Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Retro Wrestling Room. Tonight we're doing something a bit different. We're going to live stream my reactions to WWE Smackdown. Something I've never done before. I haven't seen Smackdown in years and years and years. So it's going to be quite strange checking it out. So today I know we have, what matches did we have? We had the Usos taking on Drew and Sheamus. I know that's been announced. We've also got Ricochet versus Top Dollar. At the moment, though, we seem to have the Tribal Chief making his way down to the ring. Sami Zayn on the table, dancing as always. So we're starting the show with Roman Reigns. Usos are also at ringside as well. Let me know, guys. What's SmackDown like at the moment? Because I haven't been watching for a long time now. It's got to be getting on for about 10 years, maybe, since I've actually watched SmackDown. Obviously, I keep up to date with the product and everything, but it's been a long time since I've actually watched SmackDown. So, what's it actually like these days? What's it like week to week? We got somebody saying hi in the comments. Hi back. Thank you for tuning in here. But yeah, let us know what you think. What is SmackDown like at the moment? Is it better than Raw? Are we classing Raw still as the number one show? Or are we saying that SmackDown's doing better? What was it, 2006-ish when we had the SmackDown 6? SmackDown was the show, wasn't it? But any show with Roman Reigns on, surely that's the show at the moment. It was so strange to see John Cena back. Especially with his slight... what's the nicest way of putting it? Crow's nest, is that what they call it? It's so strange seeing him like that. So strange. Really odd. And if he can come back full time, even just for a bit, it'd give the roster that bit of a boost, I guess. It'd be really good. Really good. So what else do we have going on here? Let's stick that there a moment. Just trying to work out my stream here, trying to make it as easy as possible. I don't know if anybody's here at the moment. Not long, well, it was a few days ago actually, I live streamed Wrestle Kingdom 17, New Japan Pro Wrestling. An incredible show. I think everybody knows about the Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega match by now. It actually received 6.25 stars from Davey Meltzer today. This is a weekly TV show. I don't expect anything that high, but it'll be quite interesting to see. Let's have a look at one of these comments. We see Christian says, thoughts on the Sasha Banks? What's that? Debut, is it? Oh, on the Sasha Botch, sorry. I missed out the corner of the thing. It was disappointing, wasn't it? It was pretty mad. A debut move in a new country. I don't know if Kyrie was used to taking that move, because I've seen videos now of her actually training the move and everything. She gets somebody up in a gory bomb position, and then as she kind of spins them over, they're meant to land on their feet. Then she does an overhook snap DDT. But it seemed like Kyrie went straight to the... we got to acknowledge Tribal Chief. Got to do it when he says. But yeah, she seems to either taken the move wrong or went down too easy, so it was quite comical there. So Roman's just told us that we're going to start things a bit different tonight. Oh, so it looks like we're going to hear from Sami Zayn first. What's Christian saying here? Either that or they had no time to practice it beforehand. That could very well be the case, mate. Very well could be the case. I don't know how much time they had to practice the move. I mean, it's not something that you see every week, is it? It is quite a strange maneuver. Maybe she just wasn't expecting that. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I have no doubt that they'll make up for it in their match, though, when they finally get together. You can't go wrong with Kairi Sane and Sasha Banks. What's her name now? Mercedes Moné, is it? She was looking in great shape and everything, Roman seems to be quite into what Sami's saying so far. Let's see where this goes. I wonder when they're going to do the switch with these two. You know it's going to come at some point down the line. It's strange now that Roman Reigns is such, he's the top heel in the company, but he's actually getting cheers and people are respecting him more now, when he spent the better part of a decade being a babyface, so to speak, and he was getting slammed every week, booed every week. Sami Zayn looking incredibly nervous tonight. Okay, they're okay, so Roman's blaming Sami for last week when he lost in the John Cena and Kevin Owens tag team match. So let's see where this is going to play out. What do we all think of Vince coming back? Do we think it's going to have a massive effect on the way the company's run, or is it strictly just a behind the scenes thing and we won't really notice that much of a difference? I don't know. So we're here in the I'm here in the UK, based out of Wales. So it is currently 1:10 in the morning here. I think the show finishes at about 3 o'clock. So Christian says, I think the main thing that changed people's reaction to not booing Roman was when he publicly announced his second battle with cancer. Yeah, it probably was. It had a big thing, didn't it? I mean, such an awful position for him to be in. It was such an awful time in his life and everything. And I think people just Kind of saw the human side, and it's like, should we really hate this guy, for being a wrestling character? And then when he came back and, beat leukemia for the second time in his life, it was, I think that kind of swung the pendulum, so to speak, definitely. I mean, he's so good as well. He's brilliant. He's improved so much over the years. His matches are better. His promos are better. Everything is better. So we have Kevin Owens coming out now, who was Sammy's previous best friend. Kevin Owens has come out and said that the problem is shouldn't be with Sammy. He shouldn't be taking all his frustrations out on Sammy. It should be faced firmly at Kevin Owens. Every time I see Kevin Owens, he seems to be getting more and more tattoos down that right arm. I say for the longest time it was just that, is it Liv on his arm? Now he's got like a full sleeve going as well on the other one. There's somebody else in the chat. We got Jack Lee in the chat here. Hi Jack. Hope you're doing well, mate. Are you actually watching the feed as well, or are you just tuning in onto YouTube to catch up with what everybody says? All of the above. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Rochambeau put, oh hey, by the way, there's a spider on the wall, could you splat it? Whereabouts are we looking? I may be wrong, you may have just tricked me, but there usually is a spider around here, so there could very well be one. Right, so I am currently in the UK, so we've just gone to a break at the moment. Not a lot happened in that first section. It was just strictly that Roman Reigns promo to set off the start of the night. Vince McMahon says there is a spider, look. Rochambeau, yes, I am Welsh. Yep, I am. We are from Newport in South Wales. Christian says, as for Vince, it could be a potential negative for him returning and possibly selling, as the company is doing amazing things with trips. Nick and Seth at the helm, Stefan at the helm. But with this return, it could be bad. It really could be. It's going to be really. It really could be a big shift, I think, in WWE. Considering lately we've had we got such good feeling about Triple H taking over, at the moment. So it feels like it's a step back. It really does feel like it's a step back. Rochambeau said, that's amazing, I'm from Newcastle. Oh, in the same realm of the world, I guess. If you're in the UK, it feels like it's a million miles away. Just as cold as here in South Wales, though, I'm sure. Christian, like maybe even a potential end for WWE. I don't know if it's going to be an end to WWE, but definitely an end to WWE as we know it, put it that way. I can't quite see it being the same going forward, definitely not. Jack Lee put, is Newcastle close to Canada? In a word, no. It's a million miles away from Canada. The camera I'm using is the Elgato face cam. We're still messing about with the settings at the moment, so yeah, it seems to be definitely doing the job at the moment though. Yeah, just got mine off Amazon's, but yeah, the Elgato face cam. So we are currently watching this on BT Sports here in the UK. Oh, and it looks like we're just coming back. Hulk Hogan brother says, share the screen, brother. I'd love to. We can't because one, we'll get demonetized, and two, we'll have a strike on our channel. So we just can't do it, I'm afraid. Love to do it, but it's just something we just can't do. So best bet is to hook it up to your TV, watch along with us, and then we can all have a chat about what's going on at the same time. Christian's put, I'm surprised everybody is talking about the whole Vince return, but less people are talking about the FTC possibly changing the laws regarding independent contractors and non-compete clauses. Yeah, you're 100% right. I read about this. I'm pretty sure it was this morning I read about this, Christian. It was on was it the New York Times? It's going to have a big difference, a massive impact on wrestling. The fact that I think I put on our Twitter page that it looks like we could have the return of something like a Lex Luger. Remember the night he turned up on WCW Nitro shortly after WCW, after SummerSlam, sorry. And you know, there was just no time at all. He just went straight there. We could start having things like that straight away now, which is going to be madness. Rochambeau put, brother thoughts on number one smash guy, Khabib Nurmagomedov. He's one of the best of all time. I love MMA. If you know anything about our channel, if you come here very often, I love Khabib. He's possibly in the top 5 of all time now, I think, with his resume. I'd still put George St. Pierre number 2 and John Jones number 1 with his record. So, but he's definitely up there. He's incredible. Don't know if you remember Brother, but there was a guy, Brother, named Wrestling Network, this British guy, Brother, Wisconsin, would share the screen. I'm sure the YouTubers can, but it's something we just can't risk, I'm afraid. Who is Vicky? Vicky is my wife. She also does streams and stuff on this channel. We do a lot of 5-star match reviews. We look at different things. We also do a series called Friday Night Pack Then, where we open up different trading card packs from WWE and UFC from over the years. So we've got the we've got the New Day in the ring at the moment, the NXT belts. I'm going to keep it on this screen because this match wasn't actually announced beforehand. So we've got Phantasma coming down to the ring by the look of it. So here comes Santos Escobar making his way down to the ring. Really cool look on this guy, I gotta admit. Rochambeau says, I hope to get married one day, but I'm only 19. Oh, plenty of time left for you, mate. Plenty of time left. I think I got married in my how long we've been married, 4-ish years, so I was early 30s. You got a long way to go yet, mate. Hulk Hogan brother says I've been married. I don't recommend it. Some people don't. Luckily mine's going okay. But yeah, I got nothing to say. How old am I now? I'm 37. 37. I'm going to be 38 this year. So it looks like we got Kofi Kingston in this match. So Kofi Kingston versus Santos Escobar. Looks like it's going to be I think it's going to be quite a quality match. This is going to be. You don't look a day over 21. Aged beautifully. Far too kind. Far too kind. Maybe get a cameo from the wife brother. Not tonight. It is 1:20 in the morning here in the UK, and she's already gone to bed because she's actually working tomorrow. So you're stuck with the one Welshman in the room, I'm afraid. Christian puts, oh, you said you live in the UK, so congrats on getting Money in the Bank this year. Yeah, madness. You know, we never thought we were going to see another pay-per-view again after SummerSlam 92. You know, it took 30 years to get that big annual pay-per-view. We got Clash of the Castle last year, which we went to, which is actually in Cardiff, so it's the next city over from us. And, you know, it was crazy, you know, just to be able to drive there 20 minutes in the morning, and we got there, and it was such a good show as well. But yeah, to see Money in the Bank is going to be amazing if we can get there. Can we meet up and take a picture at Money in the Bank? Of course we can. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, we'll take pictures with anyone, no problem. Yeah, it'd be good to see different people at the show, 100%. So we've just gone to another break now. Started off quite hot. Just finished then with Kofi Kingston chucking Santos out of the ring. So I'm guessing they're just going to have a bit of a warm down at the moment. A cool down, should we say. Cool down in the ring at the moment. How tall am I? Not very. About 5'6", something like that. 5'7" if it's windy and my hair sticks up a bit. What type of shoes you got, brother? Basketball shoes? Yeah, I've got all types of shoes, to be honest, mate. Not wearing anything at the moment because I'm just sat in my kitchen. But yeah, usually I'm more of an Adidas man than a Nike man, I gotta say. I do prefer Adidas. Although I think my running shoes are actually Nike at the moment. But so are you guys all staying up to watch AEW Rampage tonight as well, or are we a strictly WWE crowd in here tonight? Yeah, this is my kitchen. Yeah, this is my kitchen wall. And my frame that my brother made me for Christmas. One of my favourite matches of all time. AEW is... Okay. So everybody in here is anti-AEW tonight. That's fine, no problem. We'll keep it strictly WWE in here tonight. So Christian's put, as a person who's not really a fan of AEW, should I go to Dynamite, Rampage, or even Revolution, or just buy Fight Forever when it comes out? I'd definitely check out one of their shows. It is different to the WWE. I would say that the WWE is based more on storylines. I would say AEW is probably based more on in-ring action. But I'm definitely looking forward to Fight Forever. It looks like it's going to be a bit more arcadey than the WWE games. I love the WWE games as well. I get them every year, play them all the time. But the AEW games are... Well, it looks like it's going to be a little bit more arcadey and a bit more like No Mercy for the N64. So really looking forward to checking it out 100%. So we got Escobar back in the ring now. Big chops and right hands going between Kingston and Escobar. Escobar backs him up into the corner and lands a big chop. Looks like he's going to try and whip him back into the corner here. Or Kofi Kingston jumps back onto the second rope and lands a drop kick of his own. And we get Xavier Woods on the outside doing his perfect tromboning. So would you compare AEW more to NXT instead of the main roster? Yeah, probably. I think that's fair to say. Definitely based more around actual wrestling matches more so than stories and whatever. Do you do any sort of not safe for work content? I know some YouTubers make OnlyFans content. No, that's not really something me or the wife are that into, but no, it's not really something that we do, I'm afraid. Let us know if it's something we should do. Santos Escobar gets a close 2 count there. He landed a step up enziguri onto Kofi Kingston. So seeing Kofi and Xavier with the NXT titles now, are they based at NXT more so than Smackdown these days, or is it more kind of like guest appearances over there? Jeremy William Welch says hi. Yep, hi Jeremy, welcome. Sir Jeremy, sorry I didn't pronounce you by your full title there. Welcome to the stream. Are you watching the actual program live as well, or are you just tuning in to chat with like-minded people here over on YouTube? Kofi Kingston goes for a jump in nothing there by the look of it, and Escobar cuts him off, gets him up onto his shoulders. Kofi Kingston reverse pushes him off into the ropes. Kofi lands the SOS. Can he get the 3 count? No, just the 2 count here. I am watching Smackdown, yes. Good stuff. So I guess in the main match from tonight is going to be that tag team match between the Usos versus Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, which should be quite the match. Kofi Kingston reverses in the corner there with a big kick. He's going up to the top rope, but Santos follows him up. What is my full-time occupation outside of YouTube? I actually work in the courts. Yeah, so something very different to this wrestling channel. Maybe one day this will become a full-time job. Who knows? Kofi Kingston, went for a axe handle off the top, but he's met by Santos Escobar, but it can only get the 2 count. I.e. the judge. I'm not quite that high up, but yeah, I am in the courtroom when your cases are going on. Oh, it was a jumping knee from Santos, actually. They got the 2 count there, like a jumping knee as he was coming off the corner. Santos staring at Xavier on the outside. May give Kofi some time here. Kofi looking for the monkey flip there. Jumps all the way up to his shoulders and lands a double stomp. Can only get the 2 count. Left a good footprint there on Santos's chest. Got somebody else up in the chat here. David Jones is in the chat. Hi, David. Hope you're well, mate. Where are you from, David? Are you watching the show live, or are you just here on YouTube with us? And what time is it where you are? At the moment, it is currently 1:30 for me. Here in the UK. You're from Wales? Oh, there we go. Likewise. It's going to be a late night for us, mate. Christian puts, I have... 1 second. Oh, Santos Escobar gets the sneak victory there. Manages to keep Kofi down. This could very well set up a tag team match in the near future, I'm guessing. But Christian puts, I have a feeling New Day will pop in and out of NXT until they eventually drop the titles to a specific team in order to put over a tag team over like Kamalo Hayes and Trick Williams. Could possibly be, mate. It'd be interesting to see. Yeah, I could definitely see that happening for sure. Thank you very much, David. I don't know what else to say that. Thank you very much, sir. Also, with the Royal Rumble, we've got announced on here, Roman Reigns is going to be facing Kevin Owens for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. If I remember rightly, they actually had a match at Royal Rumble a few years ago, didn't they? Was it a last man standing match, maybe? So we've got a backstage segment here with Sami Zayn and the Usos. They're not looking very pleased with poor Sami Zayn here. Yes, it is a Cobra Kai mug. Yeah, one of the best series on Netflix at the moment. I was a massive Karate Kid fan as a kid. I even loved the bad films. And yeah, so I was so chuffed when that series came out. Poor Sammy looks quite dejected here. Not even allowed into the bloodlines. So Roshambo is here on the Wrestling Network. It's his main account. Welcome back, mate. Fingers crossed you can all, while we're doing this at the moment, feel free to all subscribe to the channel. Loads of different videos. Still getting used to these streams at the moment. It's not something that we've done a lot of. Like I said, I did the Wrestle Kingdom show the other day. Oh, thank you very much for subbing there, Jack. Oh, thank you as well, Wrestling Network. Thank you very much for both of you subbing. It really means a lot, guys. We're only a smallish channel at the moment, hoping to gain more followers in the upcoming months. But yeah, we're getting used to the streaming, so I thought I was up late tonight, so I thought, why not? Let's have a look at Smackdown since I haven't seen it for such a long time. I am also going to be, if I'm still awake, I'm going to taking a look at the AEW Rampage show as well this evening. So if you are a big fan, or even if you just still want to hang out, make sure you hook up onto that stream as well. Do you not watch WWE? No, I do watch WWE. I just haven't really kept up with the SmackDown show. To be honest, it's usually a lot of catch-up shows and the pay-per-views lately. Yeah, so actually watching a weekly show is quite strange for me. that is the Twitter handle down by there, like the YouTube channel. Starting to use Twitter a little bit more. Still not fully used to it, in all honesty. Still not great on Twitter. But we'll get used to it at some point, I'm sure. But yeah, go over to Twitter, link us up if you like. We're on Instagram as well, where we take photos of our wrestling collection, things like that. We got bucket loads and bucket loads of old wrestling VHSs. So yeah, there's photos of those, wrestling figures, all things from our wrestling collection over on our Instagram page as well. Thank you very much, Jack, for following us over on Twitter as well. Why is my phone going off in my pocket here? So at the moment, we're still in a bit of a lull in this show. Not an awful lot has happened so far. We had that opening segment from the Bloodline. Then we had quickish match from Kofi Kingston and Santos Escobar. I know we've got a section from Charlotte Flair coming up on this broadcast. We've got Ricochet versus Top Dollar coming up. And we've also got that tag team match of the Usos versus Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, which I'm quite looking forward to. So we are back with the show now. It looks like it's an advert for a show in Memphis. And we got Liv Morgan at the moment on the screen. I'm guessing she's going to be entering herself into the Women's Rumble this year. It's going to be strange because me and my wife are actually going to be in the States when the Rumble's on this year. We're on holiday at the time, so we're going to be in Florida while the Rumble takes place. So I'm sure we're going to try and catch up in a hotel or something and watch the actual Rumble pay-per-view. Oh, Jack, thank you very, very much for that. You didn't have to do that, mate. You're an absolute star for that. Don't feel you have to donate at all, guys. We're all here just to have a good time, just to all watch wrestling together, have a good chat. But thank you very much, mate. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much. You know, the fact that you joined onto our stream means a lot, you know. Didn't have to. So we've got a recap from last week when Uncle Howdy made his way down to the ring. So we've got what do we all think of this storyline with this whole Uncle Howdy thing? And who do we think is playing that character? What do we think? Do we think it's Bo Dallas? I know that's the main rumour that's going round. Jack, it doesn't have to be any mini at all. Don't ever worry about that. It's amazing the fact that you thought to give us something. Thank you so much. Do you collect wrestling toys? I do. I've still got all my Hasbros that I had as a kid. Got them all in a detolf in what is known as the wrestling room upstairs, which will hopefully get all this set up in there over the next few days. It's currently just plugged in my kitchen and we're kind of doing this ghetto style at the moment, but we'll actually be in the wrestling room at some point. Yeah, so I've got all my Hasbros. I collected the WWE retro line, got most of those. And I collect a lot of the AEW figures as well. So yeah, got quite a big collection upstairs. So we got LA Knight on the screen at the moment. I know a lot of people say that LA Knight is very, very similar to The Rock in his cadence and everything like that, but he is good on the mic. So, a Royal Rumble, we got a pitch black match between LA Knight and Bray Wyatt. Not quite sure what that's going to entail at all, but the thing is with the Bray Wyatt thing, I never really know where it's going to go, but I'm always intrigued. You know, I'm always glued. I always need to know what's... Thoughts on the Premier League. I am a massive football fan from the UK, so I'm always going to call it football. I'm a Man City fan, even though I'm born and bred in Wales. We're not used to having Premier League teams from Wales, so yeah, Manchester City is my team. So at the moment we've got Karrion Kross and... I can't think what her name is. Karrion Kross and Scarlett. There we go. I got a Scarlett t-shirt. So Jack is a Newcastle United team. That's the question everybody asks if you say Man City. Yes, I am. I'm a bit older. I was a massive Oasis fan, so I was always into Man City. And Man City kits in the 90s. As a kid, I used to like Liverpool as well because Robbie Fowler was my favourite player as a kid when I was growing up. So we got a mixed tag team match coming up now. We've got Madcap Moss and Emma versus Scarlett and Karrion Kross. Should be quite an interesting thing. We don't get to see Scarlett in the ring that much, I feel. Christian put, I bought the Paul Bearer Hall of Fame figure from Target for $20 and the figure is around $120. Nice. Very, very good. Thoughts on Adam Johnson? Oh God. What's the politest way of putting it? I'll put it this way, probably the same thoughts as everyone else. Yeah, at least said about that awful man, probably the better. Wrestling Network only ever supported Newcastle, number 1. They're doing really well at the moment, fair play. I know they're in the middle of a takeover, you know, and the money is going to start coming in, but my God, they're doing well already. I think Kieran Trippier has been one of the signings of the season. He's just been amazing since he's been there so far. They just need Callum Wilson to keep putting those goals in. St. Maxim was great at the start of the season till he got injured. But yeah, they're doing really well at the moment. Good old Newcastle. Trips is class. It's like on the way back. Newcastle going to win the Premier League. That's a bold statement there. Wrestling Network, that's a very bold statement. I can't believe they're doing so well though. It's good to see Arsenal and Newcastle at the top, mind. It definitely gives it the shake-up that it needs. 100%. Thoughts on the Ronaldo stuff that went down? I'm a big Ronaldo fan, you know, but it was, even though he played for Man United, but it's sad, you know, in a way that kind of the way it happened, but you know, I guess he has achieved everything that he could achieve in Europe, so to go somewhere else, make as much money as possible for his family, you know, now you can't can't really knock it, you know. I mean, it is an absurd amount of money. Nobody really needs it, but if you can get it, why not, you know? It's hard to diss him for it, you know. You lot reckon you'll catch Arsenal? God, I hope so. I do hope so. Yeah, I think Man City will still win the league. But it's going to be a lot closer than a lot of people thought it was going to be at the start of the season, put it that way. So we're back in Smackdown. Smackdown is back on here. Karrion Kross looking for that quick tag to Scarlett here. Reaches out the hand and he gets the tag. So we got Emma and Scarlett in here now. Takedown by Emma. A few punches, but Scarlett reverses. Tries to get out. Oh, she gets her head thrown into the turnbuckle though. Ran into the other side. Emma throwing Scarlett off the ropes here. No, it's reversed. And Emma with a big clothesline to take it down. Jack Lee says Ronaldo is getting paid like 200 million a year, right? Apparently so. That's what the papers are all saying. Thoughts on Nunes versus Haaland? Well, at the moment, there's no question. You know, Haaland's amazing. He's scoring for fun at the moment. He reminds me a bit of the Ruud van Nistelrooy in that year when he just could not stop scoring for United. You know, everything he touched just seemed to hit the back of the net. He's having one of those seasons. He just always seems to be in the right place in the box. But Nunes, I think, he had a few bad games, and I don't know if it's a confidence thing or what, because he seems to be in the right positions all the time. He just can't seem to finish at the moment. But I think he'll come good. I think he'll be a good signing in the long run. I don't know if he'll turn out to be as good as a Fernando Torres was for Liverpool or a Suarez was for Liverpool, but I think he'll be a good signing. Mbappe to Newcastle United. Oh, could you imagine that? I'd love to see Mbappe in the Premier League. I don't even care who he plays for. Just get to see Mbappe in the Premier League. It'd be amazing. Madcap Moss with a big spear in the corner. Taking it to Karrion Kross here. Oh, Scarlett gets the trip there, and Karrion Kross comes in with a big lariat of his own to drop Madcap Moss. Two women fighting on the outside here. Scarlett seems to be getting the best of Emma. Thoughts on the show? Ted Lasso. I haven't seen it, to be honest. I don't even know what it's about. I've seen the title. Somebody else said they were watching it the other day, actually, but no, I haven't seen it, mate. You watching on Sky Go? Match already over for me. Oh, the bell's just gone now. So, yeah, I've got the BT app actually on the computer, so it may be slightly behind with you guys. Okay, I'll definitely check it out then. So Karrion Kross and Scarlett have just put Rey Mysterio's mask onto Madcap Moss there. Wrestling Network says he's watching on the TV, so I think their feeds are a tiny bit in front of ours. There seems to be a little bit of a lag in my actual feed today as well. It says the health of the stream is okay, so hopefully it's all coming okay for you. But yeah, it seems to be running a little bit slower than... Oh, thank you very much for not spoiling it. Thank you. Hopefully it's not too annoying for you guys that it's a little bit behind as well for me. So I wonder what match we got coming up next. We could see the Ricochet match up next. Or maybe we'll hear from Charlotte next, I'm not sure. Oh wow, they just said Smackdown last week was the most watched Smackdown in over 2 years. So Smackdown's obviously doing something right. So we're getting highlights from last Friday now on my screen, which was the Ronda Rousey versus Raquel Gonzalez match. Which I know the result of. And we had a surprise coming the end of that match. What do we all think of Charlotte coming back and winning the title straight away? Should they have built it up to the Royal Rumble maybe? Or do you think it was best that it switched on to Charlotte as quick as possible? So Wrestling Network says Charlotte never liked her. Promos like a robot and stunt compared to people like Sasha who were treated like poo for nothing. Yeah, I like Charlotte in the ring. I think she's pretty decent. Yeah, I don't think she's as good as maybe Sasha was, but yeah, it's her promos that have always kind of held her back a little bit, I think. I think that's fair to say. Charlotte's return kind of seemed like a prelude to Vince's return, as her return seemed definitely like a Vince thing. I know what you mean. Yeah, I can see that. But so I'm guessing they're going to save the rematch surely now for the Royal Rumble. So that's going to be Charlotte and Ronda at the Rumble. So who does that leave open to win the Women's Rumble, I wonder? Liv, I guess, is going to be one of the main contenders. We've actually got a promo for Royal Rumble coming up on here right now. Oh, as we go to another advert. Promos were never natural enough for me. Even John Cena, who I consider to be fairly unnatural sounding on the mic, sounded better than Charlotte to me. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean by that comparison to John Cena as well. John Cena was never... He never sounded natural. He always sounded like he was playing John Cena, if that makes any sense. Whereas somebody like Kevin Owens, it just sounds so natural coming off him. Roman Reigns even now, you know, he sounds more natural than ever. But yeah, John Cena always sounded like he was saying lines almost, you know. So yeah, I know what you mean with Charlotte, yeah. Yeah, compared to someone like The Rock, where it definitely sounds like he's being him. Yeah, 100%. Oh, I'm kicking my computer there. do you think these accusations against Logan Paul will hurt with what happens at Mania for him? Oh, 100%. I really do. I haven't delved too deep into it. I know there's been a lot of talk with the scam accusations. I haven't seen his response. Yeah, so maybe I'll have to see that over the next couple of days. But I think it is gonna. I think if it keeps blowing up, then it's going to get to the point where they can't ignore it almost. It's such a shame because he did so well at SummerSlam. He was so good. For somebody who's not a full-time wrestler, he's really new to this, like really, really new. He was brilliant. He was really, really good. And it's such a shame if this does put a halt to that now. Christian says, don't get me started on Ronda's promos. It's such a shame that Ronda just can't get promos down because, she had that aura when she first came in as this UFC champ. I know she'd lost her last two MMA bouts, but she was legit a superstar when she signed. In that first WrestleMania match where it was her and Kurt Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie, she seemed like a mega star in that match. But yeah, just her promos have just never improved, and she can't sell the matches, with her promos, and it's such a hindrance, Do I drink alcohol? No, I don't drink alcohol. I'm actually straight edge, so I don't drink alcohol. I got my coffee and I've got a Coke. Not the healthiest drink in the world, but it will keep me going for this live stream. Put it that way. So they're doing a quick promo here for Money in the Bank coming up, which, like I was talking to somebody earlier, it's just mad that it's in the UK. So we got Sheamus and Drew in their makeshift bar at the moment here. My wife drinks. Yeah, she does. She's not a big drinker, but she does drink. But yeah, no, I don't, I'm afraid. So we got Sheamus and Drew being quite cordial to each other in this bar, but doing that friendly slapping on the back and slapping on the chest, which is building and building up, so it's going to result in a fight at some point. So they're both psyching each other up here. How did me and my wife meet? I was lead singer in a band, seems like a long time ago now, and my wife was actually a photographer, and she'd come to a show to see the headline act when we were playing, we were supporting, and she was taking photos, and then we got speaking afterwards, and she said, she'd love to do some band promo shots for my band, and the rest is history, really. Oh my god, could you sing? I can't sing at the moment because I'll wake her up, but if you Christian put, you're straight edge, tell me you don't have a Pepsi tattoo. I don't have a Pepsi tattoo. No, I don't have a Pepsi tattoo, but I am straight edge. Yeah. So we've got Charlotte here. I'm going to flip the screen over here because we've got the Charlotte promo, just in case you're wondering what part of the show we're at. So we got the Charlotte promo coming up soon. She's just making her way down to the ring at the moment as we speak. Where's my internet page gone? There we go. Nice set. Thank you, Jack. Thank you. Still getting used to it all a bit, but yeah, I've been playing around with OBS, which is my streaming setup. So hopefully, I will get a bit more used to it over time, and we'll keep adding things and whatnot. But yeah, it all seems to be going okay at the moment. I keep my fingers crossed just in case. Because usually when I say things like that, it's going to jinx it. I'd love to hear you sing. Got any music samples? I will type the name of my old band in here. So the calling card was the band name, and if you type in Weight of the World after it, you should get one of our live videos up as well to watch at some point, if that is what you fancy, and you will see me in the recording in the studio there. So we've got a thank you Charlotte chant going on here now. Oh, she just said that she'd been away for 8 months. I didn't realise it'd been that long, actually. I know she'd been away, but didn't necessarily feel that long, I wouldn't have thought. Just listen to a bit. You were very good. Thank you very much, Wrestling Network. Seems like a very long time ago now. I feel very old when I look back. So we got Charlotte in the ring now. She is talking about how she will face everybody in her way. You know, she's not going to back down from anybody, which is, you know, she really is going to be this fighting champion, which is kind of the opposite to what Ronda ended up being in the end. You know, she would get Shayna to interfere in all her matches after a while. And whose music do we have here? We got Sonya Deville's music on now. So we've got Sonya walking down to the ring. Oh, thank you very much, Jack, as well. I've just seen your message in the chat there. Oh, it's not very nice from Sonya Deville calling everybody in the building hillbillies. Okay, Okay, so she's a 14-time champion. That's mad, isn't it? Remember the days when people just used to hold on to belts for a long time? Like Charlotte, 14 times champion. That's crazy. Wrestling Network put, on the real, I come from a stream where the streamer tries very hard to be someone he's not and treats people like dirt. You're such a breath of fresh air. I'm going to be here more if you don't mind. Of course I don't mind. No, it's really cool to say. Yeah, I mean, this is my demeanour when I'm in my proper job. It's my demeanour. If you catch me outside, it's my demeanour, on here as well. Quite chilled, quite laid back. I'm not going to be one of these people that's up screaming at the TV. I do get excited when there's a good wrestling match on, but I'm not going to be over the top at all. I mean, this one is a little bit more laid back as well because obviously if I do these with my wife, we can bounce off each other a little bit. Whereas it is just me tonight. But yeah, of course, everyone is always welcome in this chat. Come back and forth, and hopefully, if we can build up a bit of audience with these live streams, you guys will all become regulars and all get to know each other as well. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? We all enjoy the same thing. We all enjoy these wrestling shows, and that is what it's all about. Wrestling Network's also mad. Nah, man, you're so chill and fun to be around. I'm going to be here for sure. Keep doing this, bro. Thank you very much. It's always a bit daunting doing these new kinds of shows. Like I said, we've done... we do a show called 5-star matches, and we look back at all the matches that Dave Meltzer's rated 5 stars or more. And that's more in a kind of an OSW review style match, where it's like a lot of editing goes into it and things like that. There's also a show that's in a similar vein that we've got on our channel called Do We Need This VHS? And I look back at all the old wrestling VHS that I got up in my room upstairs, and then we have a laugh and stuff about that. So, but to do these live streams, I think it's a lot more personable, and I get to speak to a lot more people that I wouldn't have time. People leave comments on the page and say great video, but you don't have that interaction, I guess, that you do with a live stream. So yeah, it's a lot different. It's a lot more nerve-wracking, I think, when you first do it, just like it is when you first do anything, really. But no, I'm having a lot of fun with it, and luckily I've been quite lucky with the little crowd we got in here so far. That everybody seems really chill and everyone seems really cool. So yeah, it's we seem to have a good bunch in here so far anyway. Hell yeah, man, we came here to mess for a second, but yeah, you've been awesome, man, and a breath of fresh air. Oh, thank you very much, Jack. No, it means the world when people say things like that, But yeah, if these streams do go well, hopefully we can keep doing these all the time. I've got the WWE network, so we can do all the I went to say pay-per-views then. They're not called pay-per-views anymore. They're live premium events, they're called now. So yeah, we can do all those. I've got the New Japan app, so I'll be doing New Japan shows. I've also got the app called Wrestle Nation. Wrestle Universe, sorry, not Wrestle Nation. Wrestle Universe, which has got Pro Wrestling Noah and Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. So there's a big mix of wrestling that I watch, and to do live streams like these with those shows, they'll be quite fun, I think. I don't know. Me and Jack Lee have known each other for 5 years. We were looking for streams to troll, but you're actually sick. Right. Thank you for not trolling on me here, mate. Yeah, lead the troll into somebody else's stream, please. Thank you very much. Don't think I could handle that today. Right, so we are back with the action here. Sonya Deville versus Charlotte Flair. So Charlotte is having her hair pulled from behind, while Sonya Deville is looking for a front well, actually it's a headlock here, or a chin lock. Taking her right down to the mat here. No, never. If someone's a decent bloke, it's not fair. There you go then. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So Sonya really holding on to this chin lock here. Can't quite make out what the crowd are chanting there. Not sure what they were chanting. So Sonya Deville runs into the corner there. Charlotte returns a big lariat to take her down. Looking for a second, takes her down again. Oh, we get the first Charlotte chop of the night, followed by a second and a third. Oh, and a fourth chop. Fifth chop. Backs her right into the corner. Sonya swings wildly, but is belly to back suplex down to the mat. We get a kip out from Charlotte, and the crowd have come and glued a bit here. Starting to get into this match. Charlotte looking like she didn't use quite enough holding spray on her makeup today, so her lipstick seems to be smudged all over her face. Oh, we got a big, almost like a cartwheel into a clothesline there from Charlotte. Sonya Deville rolling out onto the apron here. So we've got Charlotte making her way back up to her feet as we get woos from the crowd. Oh, Sonya Deville doing a... Oh, but she gets caught with the spear. We're going to get the figure eight. So Charlotte locks in the figure four. Got it locked in. Into the figure eight. And we get the tap out victory for Charlotte. So is Charlotte meant to be a babyface or what? I guess so. I guess she's meant to be a babyface now. She's not a typical babyface, you know. I think even the fans are not really sure in the building. But she's saying thank you to the crowd here, so yeah, she's blowing kisses to the crowd. So I guess she is meant to be a babyface, but she didn't quite come across like a typical babyface, to be honest. So Wrestling Network says, so with the Cody stuff, you reckon he's going to win the Rumble then? Yeah, I think so. I've said for a few weeks now, if he's back, I think he's got to win it. I think that's the biggest match that maybe they can put on at WrestleMania, to see Cody versus Roman Reigns. I think maybe they would have shotguns the angle, you know, hot-shotted it a bit too fast if he hadn't been injured. I think maybe this has let it brew a little bit, and now fans are waiting for that return. There was rumours as well that he was going to be checked into another feud, Seth Rollins when he came back, which seems bonkers to me considering they've already had like 3 main events at pay-per-views. It seems like a real step backwards if they kind of restart that feud again. I'd keep him as far away from Seth Rollins as possible, even though the matches are really good. I think that feud is done for a couple of years at least. But yeah, I think Cody Rhodes is a shoe-in for the men's rumble. It's the women's rumble I'm not too sure on. I don't know who I think is going to win that one. Yeah, no problem, Jack. You take those calls, mate. Wrestling Network says, I reckon it's a big miss if Cody doesn't exit Mania with at least one of those belts. Yeah, that's another rumour that I've seen floating around, that maybe we're going to get 2 Roman Reigns matches, maybe on night 1 and night 2. And then Cody's going to be in at least one of those. Maybe something mad like The Rock's going to come back, maybe challenge him for the other title. I can see that happening. But yeah, to have Cody not walk out with at least one of those titles, I think is going to be a big miss. Right, now No, it hasn't. The feed went so quiet then in that promo that I actually thought my TV had stuttered or something. But okay, so on my screen at the moment now, I'm going to go back to the main screen at the moment. Charlotte bit is done. We're getting highlights from the Hell in a Cell match when Cody Rhodes had that horrible bruising down his pec and down his arm, which is one of the nastiest injuries I've possibly ever seen in wrestling. So we've got Ricochet coming up now, so I will flick it over. There we go. So this is Ricochet taking on Top Dollar, I believe. Right, so this is going to be a qualifying match. So whoever wins this match is going to be in the Rumble match. Do we want to see Ricochet or do we want to see Top Dollar in the match? I'm going to have to say that I'd prefer to see Ricochet in there, but we shall see. Thoughts on Austin versus Cena being a Mania match? We were talking about matches for Austin since he's wanting a match. That's all I can think for him, honestly. I haven't heard any rumours of that at all. I mean, that would be a massive match that we didn't think would have been possible, to be honest. Yeah, it's kind of a match that kind of eluded us. The times just about missed. We had The Rock versus Cena, obviously, at 2 WrestleManias, which, you may like the match quality or not, but it was still a massive, massive deal. I think if Austin faced somebody from that era as well, they've both gone into Hollywood. They both, I think it would be a massive, massive match. So, yeah, I hadn't thought of it, to be honest, but if you want to put butts in seats and you want to sell those pay-per-views, yeah, that would be a hell of a matchup. Love the setup, by the way. Are you on OBS? Yes, I am. Yes, OBS to run the setup. So like I said earlier, I'm not an expert on it at all. I'm getting used to it with the graphics and everything, but it seems to work for now at least. Maybe if we keep doing well down in the future, we'll be able to keep building and keep improving and everything. Who made the motion graphics? They look so clean. I can't remember where it was from. I think it was on a site. Is it own3d.tv? Something like that. But they do loads of different OBS setups and things. You can mix and match with different setups and things. And this was one that I quite liked. So, OwnGG. I've seen that one as well, I think. It's something like that. This could be the final for the Cody and Seth feud, as Seth is yet to face Cody, dressed as Stardust or Goldust. Since Dustin is thinking about retiring, he could return to end his career with his bro. It could happen. Yeah, I could see that happen. I mean, he's dressed in the dusty tights. So, dressing up as Goldust, I think that would get under Cody's skin in real life. Right, I'm going to literally be 30 seconds. I'm going to go to the BRB sign because the radiator is on behind me and it's absolutely boiling. So I'm just going to set that up a sec. I'm going to be back right away. Hi guys, so we are back. I told you it wasn't going to be long. So we have got, it's gone back to a promo instead of going back to the match at the moment. And who is that in the ring at the moment? I'm not actually sure who that is. This is a female wrestler who is using the Cobra Clutch. Oh, it's Lacey Evans. Ah, there we go. So we got Top Dollar making his way down to the ring now. Let's see what Wrestling Network's saying. How'd you make the right back screen? I can't lie to you when I say to you I thought that was Xavier Woods in the ring right now. Let's have a look. Right, yeah, I can see what you mean with the hair. Yeah, he definitely does have a look of him, doesn't he? So a few weeks ago, Top Dollar was getting a bit of flack when he tried to do that dive over the top rope and bailed a little bit because his leg gave way. He was getting quite a lot of flack, but and then he was posting up things on Twitter, to prove that he could do the move. Let's see if he tries to bust it out again tonight. So Ricochet springboards up onto the top rope. Top Dollar catches him and a big press down to the mat. Oh, what a big pump kick. Takes down Ricochet for the 2 count. And that's all we get. Top Dollar forcing his knee onto the back of Ricochet's neck, right across the middle rope there. Oh, we're getting a replay of that boot now as well. I was talking about the intermission screen you put up when you left, by the way. It looked nice. No, that was something I made myself. I did it on my phone, actually. It's there's an app called Canva, which is a free app. They got loads of different templates and stuff like that. You can make a few different video graphics and things on there. And then I just used music as well with it. That's literally all it was. It's a free app, but yeah, Canva. I'll stick it in the chat so it's easier to remember. But yeah, definitely check it out because yeah, it's really good. And I think it's things like that that make it stick out a little bit, isn't it? You know, makes it a little bit different, maybe. Squash match. It sure seems like that. Ricochet. Here's the shooting star on the top dollar. There we go. 3 count. Wow. I didn't expect it to be a squash match. I didn't expect it to go that quick. That's crazy. Okay, well, I'm glad that we got Ricochet now in the actual Royal Rumble match, but not quite sure why he had to do a squash match over top dollar. Seems quite strange, but there we go. Rest of the Network says, why does Top Dollar look like Ricochet's dad? He does. He's probably younger than him as well. Oh, is Top Dollar going to turn on him here? Of course they are. Oh, what a big pump kick again. Oh, so I wonder here if they're going to do some sort of injury job on Ricochet. So even though he lost, he's not. So even though he won, he's not going to be able to make the Rumble. Wrestling Network said this is the first time I've seen Smackdown in absolutely ages. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I haven't. I can't remember. Oh, here comes Braun Strowman. I haven't seen Smackdown, especially live, in years and years now. No, I usually just catch the highlights and stuff on YouTube, but yeah, to actually stay up and watch it here in the UK, I haven't done that for years and years. So I wonder if this is going to set up some sort of tag match in the future now. Let's flick over to our main screen since that match is finished here now. So we got Sikoa making his way down to the ring as well. Roman Reigns is calling Sami Zayn into his office. It's going to be interesting to see what he has to say to him. Just tweeting out on Twitter now just to see what everybody's thinking of Smackdown tonight. So we're sorry, I wasn't speaking then. I was just catching up on Twitter. Don't seem to be having a lot going on in this particular Smackdown. I guess last week did see more of a monumentous show with John Cena making his return with Kevin Owens, and then Charlotte making her return as well, winning that title. Just checking the stream length again there. Not doing too bad. All seems to be running okay. Which is good to see for our first ever Smackdown stream. Like I said earlier, guys, hopefully we can keep this into maybe a weekly thing if it does well. Obviously, I'm going to start doing like the big pay-per-views and everything. It's a bit getting that we're missing the Rumble this year, so I won't be able to live stream that as I'll actually be on holiday, but definitely the next month, and definitely WrestleMania and things like that coming up. Am I going to do Raw? I'm down for more of these streams. Thank you, Christian. Thank you very much. Wrestling Network says you're going to do Raw. Yeah, I think I might do. Raw. Especially this week, and then maybe I'll judge to see which one is the better of the two. Maybe I'll stick with both. Maybe I'll just do one or the other. I haven't quite decided yet, to be honest. It's all a bit of a work in progress. If I'm up, I'll catch you at Raw too. Oh, thank you very much, Wrestling Network. No, it means a lot, guys. The fact that you've stuck around for the whole stream so far. You've been on here for like an hour and a half now. Which is nuts, considering it's just me waffling on at you guys. So I'm thinking we're going to cut to Roman Reigns and Sami maybe next, and then get the matchup. I think that's the order they'll probably do. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like it's quite a small roster that's been on the show tonight. It doesn't seem to have been like a lot of people on the show. Seeing Gunther on the screen now when we went to see Clash at the Castle. As we were walking back through Cardiff, we actually bumped into Gunther after the match as he was looking for food afterwards. We bumped to him outside a restaurant. I was like, who's this giant guy in front of me? And as I looked up, all of a sudden I was like, oh, it's Gunther. Hiya. It's just really surreal. Considering he just had that 5-star match with Sheamus earlier in that night. Yeah, okay, so we've got Sami Zayn here as Roman Reigns has called him into the show, called him into the room. Christian, was there a Bray segment tonight? As I'm not currently watching Smackdown, but I will in a bit and put this on replay so I can do a watch along. Oh, thank you, Christian. Oh, that's awesome. No, he hasn't yet, which is strange. I thought there would have been. One of the things that I was kind of counting on, to be honest. No, there hasn't been. They mentioned that Bray and LA Knight are going to be doing what's it called? A pitch black match, something like that. Pitch black match at Royal Rumble. They mentioned that, but no, we haven't had any promos or anything. Is that Brett and Shawn? Do you mean this picture? It's Brett and Bulldog from SummerSlam 92. It's their matchup. Okay, so we've got Roman actually apologising to Sami here. Is this going to be a bait and switch? Wrestling Network says, were you at SummerSlam 92? No, I wasn't, unfortunately. Yeah, it would have been amazing to be there live. You know, it was such an iconic show as well, looking back. You know, but no, I didn't actually get to go at the time. I was watching at the time. You know, I was a big fan at the time, especially of Bret Hart. He was my favourite at the time. So, but no, it was probably a financial thing, I would have thought. Oh, we got Roman facing next week. Oh. Okay, so Roman Reigns has set the challenge there for Sami Zayn to face Kevin Owens next week. Wow. Okay, so yeah, maybe I will be doing Smackdown next week. Sami and Kevin's two of my favourites, so yeah, should be a pretty good match. Okay, so Roman's letting Sami stay in the room to watch the Usos fight with him then. Right, so quickly before this match starts, I'm going to quickly have a quick little break. Last one before the stream ends. I'm going to set it up to the break and then we're going to come straight back and watch the main event of SmackDown. So I will see you in 1 second. So welcome back, guys. We are back in the stream and this is the main event of SmackDown this week, which is Drew McIntyre, Sheamus taking on the team of the Usos. Just looking back at the comments, got you subbed, so hopefully will be notified. Brilliant, thank you Wrestling Network. So yeah, if we are back next week, definitely try and keep you posted with that notification, and hopefully, we'll see you in the chat again. Right, 1 second, I left the door open there. I'm gonna have to watch some of your other stuff as well, for real. Oh, thank you, mate. Yeah. My best recommendation is to probably watch one of the 5-star match reviews. I think I would go with one of those. They're like the main things that we do on the channel so far. Whereas me and my wife, we watch one of the 5-star matches, make funny comments throughout. But yeah, they're probably the main things on the channel, so I definitely check out one of those. If you actually click onto our channel, there's loads of playlists that are already set up, so take a look at one of those. Who drew the channel banner? That's a great question. I can't think what their name is. I will try and find it for you though, because he's amazing. But yeah, I just let him know like everything. I was just like, we want a wrestling banner. We want all the stuff that I would have in my childhood room as a kid. And that is what he came up with, and it was absolutely perfect. Let me try and find it. It's like, nah, it's gonna bug me otherwise. I can't think what it is off the top of my head, but tell you what, as soon as I do find it, I will somebody commissioned it for us, but I will add it on my Twitter as soon as I find it, because he definitely deserves a shout out because he did such a good job with it. But I can't for the life of me think what his name is. But he was a super cool guy to work with as well, Alright, so we are at our last break of the night on my feed now, on my BT Sport app. So it looks like we got about 15 minutes then for the main event. Unless they do some kind of Bray Wyatt segment at the end as well. But I got a feeling they won't tonight. Which is quite strange. So we got the WWE logo coming back up on my app now, so it means it's going to be coming back in no time. And we get a close-up of the graphic for the Tag Team Championship belts, which are growing on me. I do like these belts more than I did when I first saw them, I will say. They're not my favourite belts of all time, but they're definitely growing on me. What do you reckon about Vince being back? It's crazy. I mean, when he retired, as he said, I thought that was it then. I couldn't see him ever coming back. I thought that was it. It's over. But it looks like he really wants to force that sale through now. And he feels like him being back on the board is the best way to do it. I don't know if he's right. I don't know. I really don't know. especially with all the accusations out there at the moment. And I don't think it's the last we've heard of that, put it that way. Wrestling Network says, bit of a recommendation here. You should start a Discord server for your community. Yeah, 100%. It's something that I've heard about, but to be honest with you, I don't know anything about Discord at the moment. But I have heard that people do use it and it comes in handy. So it is something that I definitely do need to look into. And yeah, anything to build us up, something that we got to get into. Oh, so a nice Samoan drop there from Jay. So Michael Cole said that the Usos are one of the best tag teams of all time, and Wade Barrett has come back saying, who else could you put above them? It's crazy when you think about the Usos now, just how long they've been in WWE. And when you go back to like teams like, say, the Hart Foundation, the late 90s, you had the Hardys and Edge and Christian and stuff. They weren't teams for like in WWE for like a long stretch in one go. They were nowhere near the length of the Usos now. It's crazy. And it's still weird to see Charles Robinson as the ref, considering I used to watch him in WCW in the mid-90s. So we got a hope spot at the moment. The Jay forcing Drew McIntyre back down to the mat. Drew's been in there since the beginning, so he's going to be looking for this tag with Sheamus now. Oh, a big headbutt takes Drew down yet again. So we've got Solo Sikoa on the outside, just stoic as always. Oh, we're going to see Jimmy fly. Oh no, Jay, sorry. Big forearm to take Drew McIntyre down again. Crowd in the front row loving this at the moment. Oh, I was wrong. They've gone to another break. That's the trouble with the live things on a BT Sport. You just know there's going to be constant breaks all the time, What have we got in here now? Wrestling says, I could help you with Discord. It's super easy and a lot of people use it now, and it's a great way for your communities to connect. It's definitely something I need to get into, mate. It's something that I think I've kind of slept on, especially for too long now. So yeah, definitely will get in touch with it. And yeah, if I get stuck or need any help at all, I'm definitely getting in touch with you. And yeah, let me know where I'm going wrong and what I'm doing right and things like that, What am I looking at here? Don't know what I was going to do then. Completely had a mind breakdown. Right, let's sort this out. Something that I forgot to do. 100%, mate. I just read your message. Yeah, hard to do it when you're off the air, and always good to get people engaged and interacting. 100%. That's something with their live streams that we're getting to know pretty quick. It is hard to get that audience on board straight away, and then to stay engaged and things. So, yeah, definitely something I got to look into to keep building up. This seems to be the longest advert of all time. Why are we not back into the action here? Very straight. Oh, here we go. We're starting to get back into it. All right, what am I looking for here? So they're trying to rally back into the match here. Oh, you can the big beats to the chest. God, he's gone up to 20, I mean, shots now to the chest. Oh. Big Uso splash for the 2 count. I wonder if this is going to have some sort of heel turn maybe for one of these. So we got one of the Usos going back. Oh no, both of them are making their way back to the top rope here. Drew cuts off one of the Usos and Sheamus runs to the other side, cuts the other off. And they're both climbing the ropes here. What are we going to get here? Double belly to back suplex? No, double Celtic cross, is it? Double white noise, sorry. 1, 2. No, 2 count. Close to the 3 count, mind. Oh, sorry, I missed your last message there. Sorry, Wrestling Network. The audience will come fast for you. Seem natural at this. Can't imagine it will only be me in the chat for long. Decent match, can't lie. No, 100%. Yeah, it's a good little TV match, this is. I'd be incredibly shocked if we do see a title change. I think we all know who's going to win this, but sometimes it doesn't matter if a match is predictable as long as there's a good match along the way. Drew McIntyre looking to fly here. And yes, he does. Oh no, he did a somersault over the top rope. I thought he was going to do the taker splash over the top rope, but no, he did a somersault. Landed onto both the Usos there. Here we go. Setting up the Claymore kick. Bang, gets it. Yeah, Wrestling Network says no way the belt's changed. 100% right, I think. I can't see him changing in this match. So 1, 2. Oh, so close. Right, so Sheamus is still on the outside at the moment. Seems to be wiped out. Just cut to the back where we got Sami Zayn and Seth and Paul Heyman eating popcorn at the ring. Sam and Zayn even chucking it at the big screen. Oh, Sheamus is making his way back into the ring now. Wrestling Network says could see Sami or Roman interrupting and Kevin Owens comes out and then a brawl or something. Yeah, I could see that happening. I think that's a good shout. Oh, double super kick. And the 1D. Is he going to get a hand on the rope? No, Drew makes the save. So we've got another close count here. This is a decent match. It's not quite as good as the Usos Street Profits match from last year. I think that's the best Usos match that we've had in a very long time. Oh, a big headbutt by Drew McIntyre there. Oh, here's Sikoa. Oh, Sikoa taking out Drew McIntyre onto the guardrail. Big slam right across the spine there. Oh, and here comes Pete Dunne. Or Butch as they call him now, which drives me nuts. I still can't get used to calling him Butch. Butch will always be a bushwhacker to me. I can't call Pete Dunne a bushwhacker. Oh, Sheamus with a big kick. The Celtic Cross. 1, 2. No. He's pulled to the outside. Rest of the network said Pete Dunne and Walter is Walter. Exactly. I can't get used to calling him Gunther. Oh, Sheamus comes off the top rope to the outside now. Oh, a big kick to... Oh. And he used the tactics of holding onto the ropes and using leverage for the win there. Sami Zayn has dropped his popcorn everywhere during his celebration there. So next week we've got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That should be a pretty good one. But yeah, that is the end of the stream then, guys. So that is Smackdown coming towards an end. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us in this stream. Hasn't been a lot of us, but it's been a good little crowd for sure. Wrestling Network is saying that he's off to bed. Thank you so much for sticking along all the way here. And yeah, if you... maybe, yeah. I think we might be doing Raw. So stay tuned and hopefully we'll see you guys soon. Peace. Bye, guys.